90% of riders are training the horse's body, but they ignore its mind. Then they wonder why it stubbornly refuses, why it becomes visibly stressed, and why it's simply not making any progress. But the question is, are you training your horse or are you fighting a personality you don't know? Today, we're going to understand the difference between these two. Hello there, and warmest greetings to all you dear riders. I hope that you're doing well and have had a very good sporting week. In today's discussion, we want to talk about a very important topic that only a small number of people have really paid attention to, but it can determine the progress of a show jumping or dressage horse. And that is understanding a horse's personality. Many of us train for hours, but one main question always remains. Is the training for the horse we've chosen consistent with its personality type and mindset? In large professional stables, there are horses that have extraordinary potential in terms of bloodline and talent. But if their personality isn't understood correctly, that same talent can turn into their weakness. When you know the horse's personality, you can design the training more precisely. You prevent unnecessary refusals and errors, and most importantly, you create conditions for the horse to stay motivated and healthy in the long run. Why is knowing the horse's personality so vital? Because knowing the horse's personality means planning training based on its psychology, not just focusing on the development of its various physical abilities. This process significantly increases the overall learning speed and efficiency, reduces the risk of refusing jumps or dressage movements, and also prevents psychological pressure and physical injuries. As Warwick Schiller says, instead of force and punishment, we must understand what is behind the horse's behavior. This is exactly where professional work is separated from ordinary work. Now we want to explain the main personality types of the horse and introduce methods that you can use while riding and training those horses. Use them. The first personality, sociable horses. Sociable horses get motivated in crowded environments like CSI competitions or large stables instead of getting stressed. But this very same trait can often lead to distraction. Professional solutions involve doing part of your training in the presence of other horses, like gymnastics or parkour exercises. This is done so that horses learn to maintain their focus on the rider's hands and legs, even when they are faced with various social stimuli. Providing verbal encouragement and physical touching when your horse has been successful during jumping or even correctly performing the specific movements you asked for can be exceptionally beneficial and highly effective when training this type of horse. Moving on to the next personality, the fearful horse. This specific type reacts quite strongly to sudden sounds or unfamiliar new objects. For fearful horses, gradual desensitization is considered a fundamental principle. If your horse is particularly afraid of a fluttering flag or even its own shadow in a dark corner of the arena, start from the far side and move very slowly toward that stimulus using small, controlled circles. When you are jumping, be sure to use simple and low obstacles at first, and then gradually change the height and the various colors. The presence of a calm companion horse beside it can act as a reliable lead horse. Remember, for competition preparation, you should carefully simulate a smaller version at home before entering the actual main course and the competition. The same obstacle colors, the same stripes, the same entrance shape. This is vital for building trust. The third personality, the aloof horse. The seemingly aloof horse often appears cold and indifferent, but behind this appearance, there is a very high potential for them to become a truly confident horse. In large stables, this type usually has significant difficulty connecting with others. To break this barrier, you must spend time where there is no pressure involved. Sit beside the horse, just be present, and let it come forward on its own terms and timing. Engaging in simple exercises like following you around or even lifting its leg can be a good way to start the process. Using new objects in the arena or even installing a large mirror can stimulate its curiosity quite a bit. This effectively creates an excuse for more interaction. This process might be relatively slow, but once its trust is fully built, such a horse usually performs very consistently in the arena. The fourth personality, the challenging horse. This type of horse has very high intelligence and a lot of energy. But if they aren't managed correctly, they quickly can eventually turn into a significant problem. Challenging horses are often seen in high level international competitions because trainers keep these horses in hopes of successfully harnessing and utilizing their high natural abilities. For this type of horse, right from the very start, you must clearly define your boundaries. Rules regarding distance, stopping, and general movement must be precisely and clearly defined. Short and highly complex mental exercises are extremely effective for this. It is worth repeating that complex but short cognitive training drills work best. Incorporating something like an unexpected change of direction in your jumping course or seamlessly combining various intricate dressage movements in a short line can be highly effective. To prevent boredom, it is essential that training sessions are kept unpredictable and engaging for this type of spirited horse. Your horse. Leave the arena once and come back, or mid-training, completely change the specific type of movement. Self-carriage training or encouraging self-carrying can be a very beneficial strategy for this type of horse because it provides them with a sense of personal responsibility, allowing them to manage their own bodies instead of fighting you. Some horses have complementary types and very, very unique needs, special characteristics. One is like horses that are very sensitive. They often have significant reactions to even the smallest cues. For these sensitive horses, you should use very gentle, subtle, and low energy aids instead of simply relying heavily on physical pressure. We should use more of our voice and our body weight to build trust and train this type of horse. The next type is intelligent horses. They learn very quickly what behavior is good and what is considered bad. If training is too repetitive, they can easily become bored. So we must design mental and we provide a variety of exercises for them. A small example is that adding simple trick movements for this type of horse can be beneficial. We have horses that are naturally very curious, meaning they really love new things, equipment, and objects. Frequently and consistently modifying the order of obstacles or even adding new innovative tools in groundwork can keep them very engaged. We have a specific type of horse that is notoriously stubborn and difficult to train. These independent animals often prefer to make their own decisions. These horses should have engaging play-based training sessions and frequent opportunities to choose in order to make better progress. We also have a type of horse that is very eager to learn new things and really loves to cooperate with their rider. For this type of horse, you simply need to be very mindful of the difficulty and variety of the exercises. But so they don't lose their motivation. Sometimes when, we see that a horse is cooperating with us, we're very quick to design the training and make the exercises harder. We're in a rush, and this causes that motivation to be lost. Right? Its trust is gone, and after a while, the horse's personality becomes problematic. We also have horses that are high energy, which need regular exercises like lunging before training or even longer training sessions. We should turn their energy instead of a problem into an advantage for them. Conversely, there are horses that are very calm and have very gentle reactions. They are excellent for beginner riders. But at a semi professional level, you have to work on their motivation a bit more. Next are the horses that are distrustful in a way. They're slow to trust their riders. For this type of horse, you should add low pressure activities and very simple quality time to their schedules. Exercises like the join up technique in the style of Monty Roberts, meaning establishing communication through body language in enclosed spaces with the horse. So the horse decides to join you voluntarily or even walking along calmly without you even being asked. It helps the horse learn that your physical presence doesn't always necessarily mean pressure and coercion. There's a highly professional strategy regarding managing strengths and weaknesses. The key question is always is this: should we work on their weaknesses so they gradually disappear, or should we work on the strengths and so much and focus on them until the weaknesses are no longer visible? Which of these styles is important for training horses? What I have in mind is that each of these horse personalities we've discussed so far, at every stage of training, we should somehow use a combination of these two principles. Sometimes one or more and one less, or both equally. In a way, we can effectively integrate these two techniques for the specific horses, but exactly when and on which of these points you should focus more is your choice. And we try to give you that discernment in this video. Of course, we're learning too, and we're just trying to help each other get new ideas and further develop this connection between writers so that new content can be created. And through these discussions, we can learn more from each other. For powerful yet anxious horses, the primary focus should always be on steadily building up the horse's confidence, but while doing so, maintaining their physical strength. It's not like if a horse is feeling fearful, we should keep making it weaker and fragile so it listens to us and its fear goes away. I mean, out of weakness, it says yes. You must increase that horse's confidence instead. The second case is highly energetic horses but with low focus. Diverse obstacles with short mental breaks are exceptionally useful for these horses. The next case is horses that truly like to cooperate with their rider but get tired quickly. Designing diverse exercises, staying consistently motivated can be very helpful for this type of horse. And the next case is independent, but particularly distrustful or nervous horses. Engaging in basic groundwork exercises before performing professional and technical training can often be incredibly useful and effective. The next thing I want to talk about, as you know, some humans are naturally inclined to be right-handed and some are left-handed. Horses are also the same, have a dominant side. This issue directly affects balance in both jumping and executing various intricate dressage movements. By observing the natural way that things move, the primary leading leg, or analyzing training videos, you can clearly identify this. Exercises like shoulder in, frequent changes of hand, working at the trot, practicing broken lines on the arena will help to build lateral balance and stability. You can take a moment to determine which side of your horse is naturally stronger. Have you ever taken the time to really think about it? For example, if you find that in one direction, if you look at your stable where you have 10 or 15 horses, could you tell me right now, without writing them again, which ones are right-handed and which ones are stronger on their left side? The schedule we recommend weekly follows the 3-2-2 rule for young horses. We use this rule. It means 3 days of physical work like jumping, lunging, or pole work. It can also include 2 days of focused mental work, choice, complex problem solving, and decision making exercises, and 2 days of mental reset and long and low, like relaxation exercises or even activities that are social. but without formal training. This rule is not strictly fixed. It depends on each horse's unique personality, but its philosophy is constant. This essentially means the simultaneous growth of body, mind, and spirit. Many great international riders have also adopted this approach. We have spoken about this. One of the great professional riders said that even before a competition, I try to walk with my horse in the environment for 10 minutes. So my horse gets familiar with that new space and environment. Another rider, another says when training with horses that are very sensitive, he personally prefers to train them in very dimly lit environments where soft music is playing. And another professional rider has also strongly recommended walking between jumping exercises during a training session outside the designated training area and outside the main arena, meaning between the exercises you have and between the repetitions in a training session, you can leave the arena and go outside for a walk with your horse and then return and perform the repetition. Instead of doing that walk in that with limited arena space, you can take a short stroll that takes a few minutes outside, take a turn around the area, and come back, which helps to strengthen your body and increase your energy. The emotional bond between you and your horse. All this shows that even at the highest level, understanding the personality and mindset of the horse is an inseparable part of training programs. Without understanding the personality of the individual horse, even the most advanced training programs can be ineffective or even destructive. But when you truly understand your horse's personality, this same program turns into a precise strategy. I want you to try one of these exercises that you heard today. Note down your horse's reaction and make a small change in your program tomorrow. This same cycle of observation, recording, and adjustment can be the engine of your sustainable progress. If this video was useful for you and you liked it, it would really mean a lot if you could please support us by liking this video. And if you'd like to join our small family, please subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next videos. We are here to talk about the experiences of different trainers, things that need to be heard more. Good luck with Zaman.